Okay, so here we are. We got the Raspberry Pi. Going to do a little experimentation with it. For those who don't know, this is a little computer. It's about the size of maybe a wallet. I don't know, maybe as big as your hand or so. And this is an older model. I bought this in like 2011. I think it's a Model B. Rev 2, they're up to Raspberry Pi 4 now, so this is an older model, but anyway, still works pretty good. It's got power. The little SSD card is the hard drive. This is an HDMI cable for the monitor right here. Then you can see the operating system's up and running. Over here we got keyboard, and here we got a Ethernet cable, so we can get out to the internet. So this is basically your everything you need in a computer in a little box. People use it for controlling robots or whatever. But anyway, so what we're going to do today is we've got a little, here's some information on the Raspberry Pi that I currently have in case you're wondering. It's the 26-pin layout version. It doesn't have the 40-pin layout. So I've got a little ribbon cable I put inside there, and I fished it out through the side, and we got it going in here. Got little LEDs. And this is for like a little traffic light that we're going to simulate. And over here I've got a little pedestrian button. So when a pedestrian walks up and they hit this little tricolor LED will indicate whether they can walk or not. And this is the pin layout that I found on the internet. So anyway, got a little program here, and what I'm going to do is run the program, and I'll show you what it looks like. So when you first run the program, all the lights turn on. I got a little LED test that I do, and it flashes everything, so it tries it out. So when you first start, the traffic light goes green, so traffic could go. You've got, it'll eventually go to yellow after about 10 seconds or so. I think I've got it set up to 15 seconds. And then yellow is like 5 seconds, and then I've got red like 12 seconds or 10 seconds or so. So the whole time, this pedestrian light is red. So if a pedestrian walks up and they hit the button, they're like, hey, I want to cross. Then when it goes green, it's going to now allow the pedestrian to walk, because this will turn green now. It's pretty bright, but you can hopefully see that it's green colored. And when the traffic light turns yellow, then this will start flashing blue to let them know that, they need to hurry up and get across the crosswalk. And then when it turns red, everything turns red. And then now even if it goes back to green at this point, the pedestrian light is red until somebody comes up and, they want to cross the street. One modification I could make to this is to make it where if they hit the button right now, it would say, oh, we're in green mode and we can go green, but I didn't put that in there yet. So you can sit here and play with this all day. But what it does is cue it up so that as the light goes to red, and then eventually the pedestrian's still standing there. When it goes to green, now it's going to let them go across the street. It'll be green, and then kind of the same cycle. So it puts it into like a queue or whatever, if you will. And pretty simple circuit. Really just LEDs hooked up here with some 220 ohm resistors to ground. This I had to play with what wattage to use here. What resistance to use here for the pull-up circuit for the button. But I'll show that in the schematic that I put on the video. But other than that, that's pretty much my whole setup. So enjoy.